Hello, or as they say in Korea, annyeonghaseyo. I'm Jackie, and creative lead here at Frieze, and welcome to Art Live, made possible by Frieze's global lead partner, Deutsche Bank. Today we're going to be going on a whistle-stop tour of Frieze Seoul, talking to some leading artists, exhibitors, and even to a rising Korean film star, all whilst exploring the beautiful sights that Seoul has to offer. This year, Frieze Seoul returns to COEX with a few changes and some surprises. I'm excited to discover this event along with you. Right now, I'm at the Royal, a restaurant in Haebangchong, but it's time to head to COEX and explore this fair. This is the Seoul Convention and Exhibition Centre, or COEX. On one floor, there's KIAF, in its 22nd edition, with over 200 galleries specialising in Korean art. And as you can see just behind me, we have Frieze Seoul. It's the reason why I'm here. In its second year, there are over 120 galleries, with nearly half of them being based in or with spaces in Asia. This year, there are some things I'm really excited to see and explore. There's the focus section for young galleries and artists, Frieze Masters for historical art, solo presentations by Woody the Othello, who are going to meet later on today. There's also Frieze Talks, Frieze Film in 4 different locations across the city, and the work of esteemed Japanese photographer Hiroh Kikai. As you can see, the atmosphere on opening day is absolutely incredible. There are queues of VIPs and journalists all bustling to get in for Frieze Seoul. You opened in Shanghai in 2013, so happy 10th birthday. Can you tell me a little bit about how much the Asian art market has changed since then?
Definitely, it's larger, it's more connected. This is a great occasion because Seoul and Shanghai are literally an hour and a half from each other by flight. It's even closer than Beijing, and I think this is a way to really connect in a meaningful way because there's a lot of Korean culture, pop culture in China, but as far as contemporary arts, there's not so much dialogue, so this is a great occasion.
What have you decided to show at Frieze Seoul this year?
We try to surprise people, we try to keep ourselves discovering, in terms of not only looking forward to the future of who's doing the groundbreaking work in the current moment, but people that have come before that have contributed in interesting ways that kind of deserve to be reapproached or rediscussed. Lu Yang, who has got work at the MMCA right now, the National Gallery. It's a video game show. She's here. We hung out last night. We'll hang out again today. Bai, who's a new artist of ours, who's showing for the first time in Frieze. He's here. And Nick Cosmos, who's another artist. They've all come in, so it's great that we have a kind of extended family here and we can hang out together.
This is the booth of Nanzuka, a gallery from Tokyo, Japan. And they've got this exhibition of contemporary Japanese photographer Hiroh Kikai's work. Kikai came to photography in 1969 after he purchased his Hasselblad camera after being introduced to the works of Diane Arbus, and I think you can really see that in his work. He acts as a photographer come archivist, photographing the landscapes that surrounded him, including the wonderful people of the former entertainment district in Asakusa, Japan. The portraits are arresting. They could have been taken 10 years ago or yesterday, and I really do think they stand the test of time, and they really are worth a look. Tell us a bit about your works on the stand. Tell us a little bit about what's behind them, what was the motivations behind creating them?
Well, the work behind there is a combination of painting and ceramic, all inspired by just being outside, being in nature, having breath in my lungs. I feel like I'm trying to imbue the ceramics with a sense of spirit and energy and just, healing energy. I feel like that's the overall theme of the work. How do we heal? How do we comfort ourselves in trying times?
And you're known for your works on ceramics, but here we've got painted pieces, we've got works in brass. What drove you to expand your vocabulary? I
think just staying curious. That's something that makes the studio exciting. I love ceramics, but it's exhausting at times, and sometimes you need a little bit of a break, and the painting provides that, and also working with different materials just keeps the energy fresh and But yeah, this is my first time at Frieze Seoul. This is my first time in this part of the world, and it's such a blessing and privilege to be making art and to travel and just experience different cities, different places. It literally is a dream.
One of the new things about the fair this year is the launch of the Artist Award, which gives an emerging artist the chance to make a new piece of work for Frieze Seoul. It's supported by Bulgari, and this year's winner is Hannah Woo, who's created this incredible work hanging from the COEX ceiling. So we're here in the beautiful booth surrounded by Hannah Woo's work. So can you tell us a little bit about Hannah Woo's work and what kind of artist she is?
She had been very active in art scene in Seoul, so we knew her very well, and we started to represent Hannah since last year. And our gallery is mainly focused on showing experimental young emerging artists, and especially sculpture and installations. So Hannah's work stood out to us. Her use of fabrics has many possibilities, playing with surface and shapes and textures and gravity.
So how long have you been interested in the visual arts and how did you come about exploring it?
I got married to this young lady over here, Nikki S. Lee. It's been 16 years and she kind of opened my eyes into the contemporary art world, what conceptual art is, and yeah, she was my way into it.
I mean, that's a great way of learning, right? Almost being guided through and then sort of absorbing your own knowledge and understanding art in your own way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really kept quiet because I felt like I didn't know what I was talking about when it comes to art, because it can be a very intimidating field if you're not really educated in it. And the only thing that you can lean upon is a visceral, emotional reaction that's authentic to you and truthful to yourself. And based upon that and voicing that opinion to someone that you trust and then have it criticized, yeah, that's a very steep learning curve. And yeah, I felt like I had kind of a behind-the-scenes type of a boot camp education because of Nikki. And yeah, I'm grateful for that because it also inspired and informed me as an actor.
What advice would you have for an art lover visiting Seoul? Plan a little, but leave some room for spontaneity.
Exactly.
Okay. Perfect. Noted. I'm at the Goodman booth, a gallery founded in South Africa with spaces there and London too. I'm standing in front of this piece by British-Nigerian artist Yinka Shonibare. This piece is called the African Library Collection Filmmaker, and it was made in 2020. It's comprised of books wrapped in batik fabric with the names of little-known African filmmakers etched into their spines in gold. The fabrics are beautiful, and batik fabric actually originates from Indonesia but has become really synonymous with West African styles and patterns. Like Yinka Shonibare, I'm also British-Nigerian, and these fabrics mean a lot to me because I grew up seeing my loved ones, my family members, all get tailor-made clothes in this fabric. And seeing these books tailored to platform the names of these incredible African filmmakers is just a fantastic way of showing everything that the continent has to offer. Yinka Shonibare's work is part of the Deutsche Bank collection. At Frieze London and Frieze Masters next month, the artist will collaborate with Deutsche Bank and show their work at the Wealth Management Lounges. Another new thing at Frieze Seoul this year is the partnership with Getty to promote Getty's upcoming PST Art, which has the theme Art and Science Collide. This is an activation shown by Korean collective ikkibawikrrr. They've done a lot of research into Jeju Island, the home of traditionally female divers who dive into the sea for natural resources such as seaweed and abalone. It's a traditional way of life, but it's a sustainable one. Ikkibawikrrr are inviting people at the fair to try their special seaweed jelly and share their responses. I'm going to go give it a go right now. So tell me about some of your favourite pieces here at the fair this year.
I'm really excited to see a work from the artist Ricky Swallow on Jason Harm's booth. Ricky's sculptural works have a very poetic, very understated presence. Jung Kim's works, again on Jason Harm's booth, are absolutely mesmerising. Taking a traditional form of ink on paper, these works by the female artists touch upon science, logic, the mysterious. There's a very sort of haunting element to these works, and I'm thrilled that they're going to be shown in London at Cork Street in November, just after Halloween.
Well, after a long day at Frieze Seoul, I'm feeling pretty inspired. I think what will stand out to me are the works of the sheer number of galleries in this space, the works of Woody the Othello, Hiroh Kikai, and being able to stand under the work of Hannah Wu. I think with only one day at the fair, I feel like I've only scratched the surface. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Art Live, and thank you for coming along with me.